We got one game left, to add to that and tighten up on things we need to tighten up on before this weekend. And, it's great that we did it.
You guys are locked into 3, could be 2. Does that make any difference to you guys, as you said, with one game left?
No, we just got to play the best basketball we could play going into, the playoffs. We got a couple days before we play. We got a game to play. Then we got a couple games to, figure out who we playing in the playoffs and get ready. From here on out, it's a real deal.
DeMar, what was the learning lesson from last year? Like, you guys kind of went into the playoffs rested, but maybe a little stale. I mean, is there a change this year in terms of how you're approaching these final few games?
Yeah, it has to be. What's this Cal third game back?
Yeah.
With the new group of guys that we trying to catch a rhythm on both ends with that. So this time around, we completely locked in and understanding we gotta learn quick as possible, implementing all the new guys with Cal being back healthy.
What it means, though, is you're not going to get that rest going into the playoffs that you would have got that you did get last year. Is that a good thing, bad thing? Is it?
I got rest when I went out with the ankle. I was out, missed a few games, and that helped me get back on my feet where I wanted to be. So you can't really think about rest right now. Like I said, it's all about the real deal now.
DeMar, another slow start today. How much of it attributed to a noon game? And Kyle and Case have both kind of commented on, hey, next week, you never know, on the weekend we might get another early game.
Yeah, you're so used to playing them night games, 7:30, 7 o'clock games, and you used to doing your normal routine with shoot-arounds, coming in before the game, having a nap before the game. Whatever guys do, you kind of get thrown off with these early games, and, it's kind of adjustment that you gotta learn on the fly. So tonight was, a good thing for us just in case we do play an early game this weekend.
Based on what's gone on in the past, you almost expect you're going to get that 12:30?
Yeah.
Guys pick up and learn from making that deep run last year in the playoffs?
Man, the adversity, how hard it really is to get to that point. If you've never been to that point, you really don't understand how hard it really is. And we faced that, in every single round we was in. We had 2 game 7s. We played Cleveland 6 games. Lost to them. So it was rough. And we learned the hard way.
What did you take out of that you could learn that you couldn't use this year?
Climbing up that mountaintop, you gotta definitely be locked in. Every step of the way of understanding that it's not going to be an easy way up. It's going to be road bumps. It's going to be tough, but understanding how to fight through it, how to get through it, and take it game by game.